Hey everyone, Marcel here. Y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. Today, guys, we're gonna be baking up a delicious old-fashioned Southern chocolate cobbler. This is an amazing chocolate dessert that's literally been charming chocolate lovers for generations, you guys. Now, if you've never tried this recipe, I just know you're in for a real big treat today. Now, this is an old-fashioned dessert. It is a kind of pudding cake, if you're familiar with those old-fashioned cakes. It is a rich, brownie-like chocolate cake that bakes up, and as it does, it creates this amazing luscious chocolate sauce underneath itself, and it's like magic. It's an amazing addictive dessert. Now, previously I have shared a version of this, kind of a shortcut version using a cake mix, a chocolate cake mix. I call it my old-fashioned hot fudge cake, but for today, this Southern chocolate cobbler, we're making this completely from scratch. This uses pantry staple ingredients. I am more than certain if you cook it all, you've got everything in your kitchen right now to make this cake today. So, all right guys, super simple. I'm gonna show you how to do this step by step. So let's jump on in here. Go preheat your ovens, guys, because we're ready to get to baking. Alrighty everybody, so here are the super simple pantry staple ingredients that we are using to make the most decadent Southern chocolate cobbler this afternoon. Alright, so for the cake, we're going to start off here. We need 2 cups of self-rising flour, and to that we're going to be adding 1.5 cups of sugar. We're also going to need 1/4 cup of just unsweetened cocoa powder. We're also going to need some vanilla extract and 1 cup of milk. Starting off, we are going to need a full stick of salted butter. Okay, and I'm going to show you shortly the special way we're going to incorporate this into the recipe. Now, that is all there is to the cake portion of this recipe. For the chocolate sauce, we are going to start off with a dry mixture. We're going to be mixing 2 cups of sugar with another 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and then we need 3 cups of water. Now, right now, this water is room temperature, but before we use it, it's gonna have to be heated to boiling hot. So I'm gonna be using my electric kettle. I'm gonna pour this into my electric kettle and heat it up as if I was making tea. But you can, of course, heat the water on the stovetop, or you can zap it for a couple of minutes in the microwave. But all right, now, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so let's get started. First things first, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna incorporate the butter into this recipe. Alrighty, y'all. So today we're going to be preparing the Southern chocolate cobbler in a 13 by 9 inch baking dish. I happen to have a clear glass baking dish here ready to go today. The first thing we're going to do is get our oven heated to 350 degrees, and then we are going to heat the butter. I'm having some trouble unwrapping this. Heat the butter in the pan. So first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and put this stick of butter in the pan. And after our oven is preheated, we are going to heat the pan, melt the butter in the pan. I know, it's a little weird, but it works. So for right now, my oven's still preheating. I'm gonna set that aside, and we're gonna go ahead and start on our chocolate cake batter. Okay, y'all, so we've got all our prep work done. So now I'm gonna put this stick of butter with the baking dish in the oven and just until it melts, okay? Probably take about 10-15 minutes, just keep an eye on it. And the minute your butter is melted and sizzling, bring it back out to your cooling rack, because that's when we're gonna add the cake batter to the pan. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. Alrighty, y'all, so after about 15 minutes of that stick of butter is completely melted. Now my stick of butter was cold, okay? If you throw a room temperature stick of butter in here, it's gonna take about 10 minutes, but this butter is slightly brown. It smells nutty and amazing. And so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our prepared cake batter and just drop it in here, okay? It doesn't need to be super even. It's gonna spread like a giant cookie. So I'm just using my ice cream scooper, okay? In my kitchen, ice cream scooper is a multi-function appliance. I use it for everything, from making meatballs to dropping cakes and cookies. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this cake batter in here and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, y'all, so now we have our scrumptious chocolate cake batter dropped into our hot butter. Don't stir it, okay? We're not gonna stir anything at all, but now we're taking the sugar and cocoa mixture that we put together for our topping, and we're just gonna go all over the top with it, all of it, okay? And it's a lot, but just kind of, you know, distribute it around as evenly as possible. All right, guys, so I've got the last few little teaspoons of my chocolate cocoa mixture here. And again, do not stir this mixture, okay? I'm just gonna kind of scoot it, but we don't wanna stir anything, okay? And believe me, every inch of you is gonna wanna stir it because I go through this every time. So last and final step, and I've got my camera really low, but I've got 3 cups of really hot water here. We're just gonna go right over the top with it. All right, guys, so now we are gonna put this hot cake batter mixture back into the oven. And remember, this cake pan is already hot, okay? So use your oven mitts. Back into our 350-degree oven, we're gonna bake it for 35 to 40 minutes or until the top of the cake that's exposed looks set. All right, see you back in a little bit and we can enjoy the magic. Alrighty, guys, so this delectable chocolate cobbler is hot, fresh, and literally bubbling straight out of the oven. I've got to tell you, my whole house smells like chocolatey heaven. I'm not sure there's a better smell than fresh chocolate cake straight out of the oven. But you can see all that delicious chocolate sauce that's pooled up at the bottom, just waiting to be enjoyed. But this cake is literal lava. So we're gonna let this sit for 20 minutes to half an hour before we enjoy a slice. But boy, will we be ready for dessert. And there you have it, you guys. This luscious Southern chocolate cobbler is, well, ready to serve, but it does need to cool down a little bit. It is piping hot in this baking dish. Now, I will say, have your favorite vanilla ice cream on hand so you can serve this up a little bit warm and put a scoop of vanilla ice cream on it. It'll melt down over. It's so good. Even better, if you can find cinnamon ice cream, you guys, get a big old scoop of cinnamon ice cream, put it on a serving of this chocolate cobbler when it's warm. It is the most heavenly combination. But that's it for this recipe, guys. thank you so much for watching. I hope you feel inspired to make this for your friends and family, and I hope you come on back and let me know what you thought about the recipe, where you served it, what your friends and family thought about this amazing Southern chocolate cobbler. But thank you as always for watching. Take care out there, stay cool. I'll see you real soon in another brand new video, you guys.